Please like and subscribe for more videos.
Alright, let's break it down. There are types of pronouns. 1. Common nouns. These are like the unsung heroes of language, everyday things like dogs, cities, books, and the pure joy of happiness. 2. Proper nouns. Now, think of these as the VIPs of nouns. We're talking about John, Paris, Coca-Cola, and the festive season of Christmas. 3. Concrete nouns. Tangible, touchable things, tables, trees, cars, and the intangible magic of music. 4. Abstract nouns. Concepts and feelings, love, courage, freedom, and the pursuit of happiness. 5. Countable nouns. Things you can count, like cats, chairs, apples, and, of course, books. 6. Uncountable, mass, nouns. Can't count these, but they're essential water, air, knowledge, and the elusive essence of happiness. 7. Collective nouns. Bringing individuals together, teams, families, flocks, herds. Functions of nouns. Now, let's talk about how nouns get things done in a sentence. 1. Subject. The one doing the action. Dogs bark loudly here. Dogs take the lead. 2. Object. The receiver of the action. I love my dog. The dog is the object of affection. 3. Direct object. The noun directly affected by the action. She bought a new car. The car is the direct object. 4. Indirect object. The recipient of the action. I gave him a book. Him is the indirect object. 5. Object of the preposition. The noun after a preposition. The cat is on the roof. Roof is the object of the preposition. Plural and possessive forms. 1. Plural nouns. Simple, add s or s to the singular form. Book becomes books. Cat becomes cats. Let's break it down a bit. There are types of pronouns. 1. Personal pronouns. These are the ones. Subject pronouns. I, you, he, she, it, they. Object pronouns. Me, you, him, her, it, us, them. Possessive pronouns. Mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, theirs. 2. Demonstrative pronouns. They act as spotlights in a dimly lit room. This, that, these, those. They highlight and emphasize things. 3. Interrogative pronouns. They function as the detectives of language. Who, whom, whose, which, what, seeking information and answers. 4. Relative pronouns serve as connectors in sentences linking parts of the sentence together. They include words like who, whom, whose, which, and that. 5. Indefinite pronouns add a mysteriousness to our language. Words such as some, any, none, all, few, several, anybody, nobody, everyone, something, nothing. Each and both refer to things that are vague or unspecified. 6. Reflexive and intensive pronouns bring a sense of self-awareness and emphasis to our sentences. Reflexive pronouns like myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves. Yourselves and themselves reflect actions back to the subject. Intensive pronouns emphasize words in a sentence. To elaborate more, reflexive pronouns, for instance, represent an action that is performed by the subject on themselves, essentially reflecting the action back onto the subject. Take, for example, I cut myself, where the pronoun myself refers to both the subject and object of the action. On the other hand, intensive pronouns are used to add emphasis or intensification to a noun or pronoun, without actually participating in the action itself. Consider the sentences I myself finished the project where myself intensifies the IIE, or they themselves discovered the solution where themselves adds emphasis to they. Application and usage. Subject pronouns take center stage in sentences, like the stars of a show. For example, they danced all night. Object pronouns assist the verbs and prepositions, playing important supporting roles. Take, for instance, the cat followed her. Possessive pronouns stake a claim of ownership, proudly declaring the victory is mine. Common errors and how to avoid them. Enhancing clarity and coherence. Common mistakes to avoid when it comes to writing and speaking. It's important to maintain fluency and engagement to effectively communicate your message. However, there are common errors that can hinder this, such as subject-verb agreement, incorrect pronoun usage, ambiguity in reference, and overuse of pronouns. One mistake to steer clear of is not ensuring your pronouns match the correct verb forms. For instance, saying he don't instead of he doesn't can disrupt the flow of your language. Additionally, take extra care when using pronouns like I and me, or he and him to avoid interrupting the fluidity of your speech or writing. Another common error is ambiguity in reference. It's crucial to ensure that the pronouns you use have clear antecedents, as in the example of saying she saw her walking. Might be unclear if it's not apparent who she'd and her refer to.
Action verbs, think of them as the sprinters of language: run, write, think. They keep things moving. Linking verbs, these are like the matchmakers, connecting the subject to its state of being. Is, am, were. They're the cupids of sentences. Auxiliary. Helping verbs, the wingmen of verbs. Have, will, do. They team up with the main verb to spice things up. Modal verbs, adding a touch of attitude, these include can, must, and might. They're like the mood setters in our linguistic party. Let's get personal. Verb forms. The bare essentials, base form. First off, we've got the base form. The raw, untouched version. Walk, sing, eat. Simple and to the point. Beyond limits, infinitive. Now, let's add a dash of to the infinitive form. To run, to write, it's like giving our verbs a passport to endless possibilities. Time traveling, past, present, and future tense. Past tense, here's where our verbs get nostalgic. Walked, sang, ate. They're the storytellers of the past. Present tense, back to the now. Walk, sing, eat. These verbs are the real-time narrators of our present moments. Future tense, what's around the corner? Will walk, shall sing, will eat. Our verbs are the fortune tellers predicting the future. The art of verb conjugation. Dance partners, subject-verb agreement. Picture this, a dance floor where subjects and verbs waltz together in perfect harmony. He runs every morning. They run every morning. Rebels and routines, regular and irregular verbs. Some verbs follow the rules like clockwork, while others have a rebellious streak. Regular or irregular, each has its own groove in the language dance. 1. Regular verbs. Following the routine, talk, play, jump. These verbs stick to the regular script. 2. Irregular verbs. Breaking free, go, be, have. The mavericks that don't conform to the norm, adding a dash of unpredictability to our language. 2. The adjective squad, different types, different flavors. Descriptive adjectives. These are the storytellers. They paint a picture, like turning a regular tree into an ancient, majestic oak. They're the ones making your descriptions vivid and alive. Quantitative adjectives. Think of these as the numbers with attitude. 3 books becomes a trio of intriguing novels. They add a bit of zing to our quantities. Demonstrative adjectives. Pointing fingers in language. This 4 things close, that 4 stuff far away. They're like our GPS, directing attention. Possessive adjectives. The ownership crew. My, your, his, her, they tell us who owns what. Connecting nouns to their rightful owners like a linguistic tag. Interrogative adjectives. The detectives of words. Which 4 choices, what for the unknown, and who's for digging into ownership mysteries. 3. Where do adjectives like to hang out? Attributive position. Adjectives love being right next to the noun, stealing the spotlight. Like saying the red rose, it's all about that direct connection. Predicative position. Sometimes, they chill after a linking verb, enhancing the subject. The rose is red, a different kind of limelight, but still cool. 4. Degrees of adjective vibes. Positive degree. Keeping it real. She's a good friend, simple and positive vibes. Comparative degree. Time for some comparisons. She's a better friend than he is, adding some spice to relationships. Superlative degree. The top dog of comparisons. She's the best friend in the group, giving that regal touch to the adjective.
Imagine adverbs as the spice rack of language. First up, we have the adverbs of manner. They're like the choreographers, dictating how an action struts onto the linguistic stage. It's not just eating. It's savoring each bite, or maybe gobbling it down with gusto. Examples: quickly, slowly, happily, carefully, etc. Example sentence: she sings beautifully. 2. Adverbs of frequency. These type of adverbs indicate how often an action occurs. Examples: always, often, sometimes, rarely, never, etc. Example sentence: I usually go for a run in the morning. 3. Adverbs of time. They tell when an action occurs. Examples: now, then, today, yesterday, soon, etc. Example sentence: we will meet tomorrow. 4. Adverbs of place. They describe the location or direction of the action. Examples: here, there, everywhere, nowhere, etc. Example sentence: the cat is hiding under the table. 5. Adverbs of degree. They modify the intensity or degree of an adjective or adverb. Examples: very, too, quite, almost, absolutely, etc. Example sentence: it's extremely hot today. Placement of adverbs. Adverbs can appear in different positions within a sentence, depending on the type of adverb. End of a sentence: she walks slowly. Beginning of a sentence: quickly, he finished his homework. Mid-position: she is always smiling. Comparative and superlative adverbs. Like adjectives, some adverbs have comparative and superlative forms. Comparative: add more before the adverb. Superlative: add most before the adverb. Common adverbial phrases. Some adverbs consist of more than one word. Examples: in a hurry, on time, by accident, etc. Avoiding redundancy. Be careful not to use adverbs redundantly with verbs or adjectives that already convey a similar meaning. Example: she ran quickly, redundant, as running implies speed.
What's the deal with prepositions? Definition: prepositions are words that show the relationship between a noun or pronoun and other words in a sentence. Function: they indicate location, time, direction, manner, or other relationships. Types of prepositions. Definition: single word prepositions that indicate relationships between elements in a sentence. Examples: in, on, at, by, with, from, to, for, about, under, above, between, among, etc. Compound prepositions. Definition: prepositions formed by combining two or more words. Examples: according to, because of, in front of, out of, instead of, due to, etc. Phrase prepositions. Definition: prepositional phrases that function as single prepositions. Examples: in spite of, by means of, with regard to, in addition to, on behalf of, etc. Usage of prepositions. Time. Example: I will meet you at 5 o'clock. Place. Example: the book is on the table. Direction. Example: she walked towards the park. Agent or manner. Example: he fixed the machine with a screwdriver. Purpose. Example: I'm studying hard for the exam. Possession. Example: this is a book of mine. Common mistakes with prepositions. Misuse of prepositions. Incorrect usage can change the meaning of a sentence. Example: incorrect, she's allergic for cats. Correct, she's allergic to cats. Omitting prepositions. Forgetting to include necessary prepositions can lead to incomplete or unclear sentences. Example: incorrect, he jumped bed. Correct, he jumped on the bed. Overusing prepositions. Using multiple prepositions unnecessarily can make sentences cumbersome. Example: incorrect, he walked up to on the stage. Correct, he walked up to the stage. Exercises. Fill in the blanks with appropriate prepositions. Identify the incorrect prepositions in the following sentences and provide corrections. Correction.
Types of conjunctions. Conjunctions can be categorized into several types. Coordinating conjunctions. These conjunctions join words, phrases, or independent clauses of equal grammatical importance. The most common coordinating conjunctions are for, joins reasons or explanations, and adds on, one thing to another, nor, connects alternatives that are negative, but, contrasts ideas, or, presents alternatives, yet, indicates contrast or surprise. So, expresses a consequence or result. Subordinating conjunctions. These conjunctions introduce dependent clauses, which cannot stand alone as complete sentences. Subordinating conjunctions indicate relationships such as time, cause and effect, condition, and concession. Some examples include after, although, because, if, since, unless, while. Correlative conjunctions. These conjunctions work in pairs to join words or phrases that carry equal weight within a sentence. Common correlative conjunctions include either, or, neither, nor, not only, but also, both, and, whether, or. 3. Examples and usage. Coordinating conjunctions. Example: she likes to read novels and write poetry. Example: he wanted to stay at home, but his friends insisted on going out. Example: I am tired, so I will go to bed early. Subordinating conjunctions. Example: if it rains tomorrow, we will cancel the picnic. Example: she will come after she finishes her work. Example: because he studied hard, he passed the exam. Correlative conjunctions. Example: either we go to the beach or we visit the museum. Example: she is not only intelligent, but also kind-hearted. Example: both the cat and the dog were adopted from the shelter.
Common mistakes. Using coordinating conjunctions to join dependent clauses. Coordinating conjunctions are only used to connect independent clauses. Incorrect usage can result in sentence fragments or run-on sentences. Incorrect: I will go to the party because I received an invitation. Correct: I will go to the party since I received an invitation. Using a subordinating conjunction, misplacing correlative conjunctions. Ensure that correlative conjunctions are intended to connect. Incorrect. She likes to both dance and sing. Correct. She likes both to dance and to sing. Practice exercises. Identify the conjunctions in the following sentences and classify them as coordinating, subordinating, or correlative. Example. Although it was raining, they decided to go for a walk.
So, what's the deal with interjections? Interjections are one of the 8 parts of speech in English grammar. They are words or phrases that express emotions or sentiments and are often used to convey feelings, reactions, or attitudes. Unlike other parts of speech, interjections do not typically have a grammatical connection to the rest of the sentence. Instead, they stand alone to express a sudden burst of emotion or sentiment. Examples of interjections. Wow. That's amazing. Ouch. That hurt. Oh, I see what you mean. Well, I never knew that.
Ah.
I finally understand. Characteristics of interjections. Expressive. Interjections convey emotions, reactions, or attitudes. They can express surprise, joy, pain, frustration, agreement, or other sentiments. Wow. That's incredible. Ouch. That hurt.
Yay!
We won the game. Oh. I see what you mean. Alas, we missed the deadline. Stand alone. Interjections often stand alone as complete utterances within a sentence. They are not grammatically connected to other parts of speech. Hey, stop that. Well, I never expected that. Phew, that was a close call. I'm not sure about that.
Ah.
I finally understand. Varied forms. Interjections can be single words, phrases, or even sounds. They are highly versatile and can take on different forms depending on the context and the emotion being expressed. Single words, wow, oh, ouch, hey, well. Phrases, oh my goodness, by golly.
Oh no.
You didn't. Sounds, aha. Huh. Understanding these characteristics helps in recognizing interjections in sentences and effectively conveying emotions and reactions in communication. Functions of interjections. Express emotions. Interjections allow speakers to express their emotions vividly and quickly. Add emphasis. They can add emphasis to a statement or convey a strong reaction. Signal interruption. Interjections can signal a pause or interruption in speech, drawing attention to a particular point or moment. Identifying interjections. To identify interjections in a sentence, look for words or phrases that express sudden emotion or reaction. They often stand out as exclamatory or expressive elements within the sentence. Conclusion. Interjections play a vital role in communication by allowing speakers to express emotions, reactions, and attitudes quickly and vividly. By understanding interjections and how they function, students can enhance their language skills and become more effective communicators.